Hey Google.
Hey Alexa.
Hey Siri.
Hey Matty, fire up the Meraki podcast.
Hey everyone, Matty here. Welcome back to the Meraki podcast. This week I sat down with Brad Davies, an ex-PT, fighter, manager, a father and a mentor, a bloke with a hell of a story and a whole lot of life experience to unpack. Now, our yarn went pretty deep, like proper deep, and rather than cut any of it out, we've decided to bring it to you as a two-part series. There was just too much wisdom, too many moments, and too much heart to squeeze into one episode. So today you're listening to part 1. Part 2 will be out the following Wednesday after listening to this one. So you won't be left hanging for too long. Settle in, enjoy the journey, and let's get into the conversation with Brad. Hope you enjoy. Welcome back to the Meraki podcast. This episode is coming to you from Meraki Podcast Studio on Yugambeh country. I'm Matt Cavasso and I'm a proud Noonock man. Today's guest is a bloke that's had more life challenges than you could ever imagine. We've got a bloke he's built different. A bloke that's forged in the old school Muay Thai era. Back when gyms smelt like deep eat, blood, and someone's forgotten protein shake. He's a former fighter. He's still currently ranked, but I'm not sure he's actually fighting at the moment.
I wish.
He's a coach. He's a walking history book of combat sports in my eyes, from what I've read and learned. And honestly, one of the toughest humans you'll ever meet. He's a loving father, a great partner, so I've heard, personal trainer, a manager, a coach, and he's also a 3-time former state champion and also a 3-time national champion of Muay Thai. Brad Davies, welcome to the Meraki podcast.
Thanks, brother. Thanks for having me.
No, thank you. I'd never met Brad before, and I was doing this little bit of a challenge on trying to get Felice Capusi on my podcast. Brad went to school with Felice, is that correct? Or played footy with him?
I played footy with him. So
Yep.
I was originally from Bundaberg, where he's from.
Yep.
And I moved to Maryborough, but we played.
You're right. Should just be able to pull the whole thing. Sorry.
All right.
Should be. Yeah, you're right.
So we played a lot of footy together, a
Yep.
lot of representative footy as well, a lot of school footy together. So
Bundy, Harvey Bay area, was it?
yeah. So I went from Bundaberg to Maryborough.
Okay.
And he stayed in Bundy. Yeah.
Yeah, nice. So I didn't get Felice, but I got Brad.
Far
Some
from the
would
next
say
best
better.
thing. Far from the next best thing, but we'll take it.
You reached out to me and you said, I love what you're doing. I don't know if I can help you, but I played footy with Felice, and yeah, if I can help in any way, but I love what you're doing. So it was just nice that you reached out to me, and then we met in person last week or the week before.
Yeah.
And from there we had this lined up. I was just trying to get it to work. I was struggling last week and fucking was no chance.
That happens, bro. But I appreciate your honesty too.
Yeah,
So
yeah. I'll fucking never I don't sugarcoat anything. I
I think it's
just
the best way to be.
say it how it is.
You got to 100%. This day and age, bro, you got to.
How did that sound listening to that for what I just said? Obviously, reflecting on your life, you probably don't do a lot of that anymore, do you? Or
The thing with me these days is I reflect as I go.
okay,
I actually sat in the gym on Friday, just touching on this.
yep,
There was a young girl crying in my gym. She's had a big week.
Okay.
The emotions got the better of her. She just finished the workout
yep,
and she was crying, and I sat down in the box next to her and I said, "What's up? You all good? You want to chat?" And she's
Yeah.
like, "Nah, it's just been a big week. I'm just overwhelmed." I said, "You know what? Don't push it down.
yeah,
Embrace this right now.
yep,
Let it come in, breathe,
yep,
reflect, know where you are, and let it go."
yep,
The moment you push this down, she goes, "Oh, I've just got a stressful job, been doing night shift, and I've been trying to train and stuff." I said, "I get that.
yep,
Don't push it down, because what you push down today will come back next week or the week after that and smack you in the back of the head."
and it'll be bigger.
And 100%. And she's
Yeah.
like, I did that. It happened Monday, and now look at me now. And I said, "Well, there you go.
Yeah,
Sit here, cry, be miserable, whatever you got to do.
Yeah.
But the moment you stand up, take a big breath, and you get on with your day."
yep,
And she was like, thank you so much. And I said, well, this is what I do.
Yeah.
Why I do what I do.
Yeah.
So that's pretty much how I take my whole life these days. When things pop up, and it happens quite regularly.
Yes.
As a father, as a partner, operating a gym, as a PT,
mentor,
as a mentor, as a very proud friend, a very protective friend, or son, or father.
Yeah.
I do a lot of reflection on the run. So like when I drive back and forth from Brizzy from the gym, that could be an hour. It could be 3 hours.
Yes.
My boy's sleeping in the back seat.
Yeah.
And what have I got? Just music, podcast, or whatever. You know what I mean? So I do a lot of breathing, a lot of
self-reflection.
Yeah, self-reflection. I normally go for Sunday walks. Didn't today because it's obviously raining.
Yeah.
But normally Sunday walks is my time just to think about the week.
Yeah, nice.
Kind of fish out anything that could be affecting me or could affect me going to the following week.
Yep.
And I just kind of breathe, work through it, reflect, embrace it, and just take on any challenge that's been asked of me. Because the moment I don't do that, it does. It comes back and hits me. And it's like one thing after another, you know what I mean? Like it was a couple of weeks ago where it was like I was going to see my partner and my baby up at Sippy Downs, up at Budrum.
Yep.
And then I started, every time I thought about it, I kept seeing my name on the gravestone.
Okay.
My last name. And it kept making me a little bit miserable, you know what I mean? And I was like, sweet, okay. Rather than pushing it down, I'd sit in it, think about it. Why is it making me miserable?
Yeah.
What have I got to do to be okay about this and keep moving through it? And then I'd get to the gym and
bang,
done, let's go. Next step, you know what I mean? So it doesn't matter how strong you are, what you've been through, whatever. It's just how you acknowledge it and then front up and just keep on moving.
I know you've gone through a lot in your life and I don't know a whole lot about it, to be completely honest. And obviously a lot of people that are listening to this won't know either. Some people do know you and will come and listen to this because you're on here for that simple reason. So they will know your story. But before we dive into that, because you probably will get emotional, I feel. I bring it out in a lot of people when we're in here. If you
question me and want to go down the rabbit hole about a few things, then definitely.
If you want to talk about
100%. I'm a very open book. If you ask me the question, I've got nothing to hide.
Yeah.
But if we're just going to skim over it,
we're not going to do that.
That's sweet with me, you know what I mean? But obviously if we're going down the rabbit hole, then some things might get me a little bit.
Yeah.
But where I am and who I am, I'm comfortable with my energy, my skin, who I am as a man, a father, a person. So I am, and I've done a lot of work on myself over the years throughout everything. And I actually took my son, little Hudson, to the psychologist the other day.
Okay.
Just for trauma and stuff like that.
Of course.
Because I don't want him to start school and then all this kind of stuff. It may still come up.
Yeah.
But I want to be on the front foot with it.
Yeah, of course.
I want to give him the best opportunity that I know his mum would want for him, and also that I want with him that I didn't have.
Yeah.
All right. So I took him to a psychologist, and every time I take him, I learn more about myself than I actually do that he's there for.
Yeah, wow.
So it's cool that I can like sit there and I'm there for him, but I'm there listening, and I'm actually learning little things that I was like as a kid, and I still do as an adult.
Yeah.
I was like, man, this is insane, you know what I mean?
And it's a free lesson for you in a way.
100%, because I've never ever seen a therapist.
Okay.
My whole entire life, I've never seen a therapist. I've only just gone to my first ever physio, and she was just like, what are you doing? I mean, like, you've done combat sports, you've played rugby league, AFL, soccer, futsal, all these sports, and you've never been to a physio? Nah.
Don't need it.
Nah, just get on with it.
Recover.
Just get on with it. Not even that, just get on with it.
Deal with it when it's a problem.
Yeah, so now if you ask the question, I'm all for it, bro.
Listeners, this episode is brought to you by Dookies.co, a locally owned Gold Coast brand making seriously good board shorts for men. Born by the beach and made for it. Dookies is also comfortable, stylish, and laid back feel that only comes from truly knowing the coast. Whether you're in the surf or at the pub or just cruising through the weekend, Dookies has you covered. Support local and upgrade your board shorts. Check out dookies.co or follow them on socials at dookies.co. That's DUKIES.co. Use the code Meraki10 at checkout for 10% off. That's MERAKI 10 for 10% off your next order. Go check them out, guys. Back to the podcast. Before we get to those questions, how is your mental health? I've lost 11 people to suicide last year. I know you've been through a shitload in your life. You're only a young bloke. You've obviously struggled with it, continue to struggle with it, I feel. But how is your mental health today? And obviously you've struggled with it. So and this will start the ball rolling.
Yeah, no, definitely. I think mental health is the biggest thing that everyone struggles with. It could be the littlest thing. It could be the most minute thing.
Definitely.
Or it could be the craziest thing, suicide, loss of any sort, business, money, whatever. I get that. But personally, my mental health is I'm actually pretty good.
Okay.
I'm pretty good, and I think that's because I have a little person wanting the best version of me.
Yeah.
I don't have a choice.
Yes.
So I put him first because I never got that as a kid from my own father.
Okay.
So growing up, I was always looking. I fell into a lot of traps and stuff like that, looking for that older role model.
Yep.
And that's why now I stand on business.
Yep.
That I've got to be, or I want to be, the role model that I needed when I was growing up.
Yeah, nice.
So that's the biggest thing that I stand on when it comes to my mental health as well. I always put him first.
Yep.
At the same time, selfishly, you got to put yourself first.
You do, yeah. You're right.
So if, as I say as well, if I can't be the best version of me, who am I good to? I can't be a good father, son.
I say that
brother.
all the time.
Yeah, 100%. So, and then it's such a powerful thing when you take a sit back and actually look at it and reflect on that.
Yeah.
Because we all just go through the motions of every single day.
Yeah, yeah. So
we get up, we get dressed, we go to work, we come home, we have a beer or have dinner, whatever.
Yep.
You go train if you're into the health kick.
Yep.
You do all that kind of stuff, you know what I mean? And it's just the same shit all day, every day. If you suffer from ADHD, routine.
You're doing everything.
Yeah, routine and structure is the key.
Yeah.
So you fall into that pattern and it's
okay.
all day. And you can easily start losing parts of yourself just to keep being that person for everybody else.
Yeah.
So you really got to take a sit back and reflect on yourself as a human, as a man or a woman, whatever, as a dad, a son, whatever. So for me, yeah, I put him first, everything I do, and I put myself second.
Yeah.
But at times I definitely still do put myself first because he needs the best version of me.
Of course.
So yeah, I do a lot of reflection in that. Yep. And then, as I said before, I go for my walks. I'll train. You know what I mean? If I'm not feeling like training because I'm sore or whatever, I don't force it because that can also make it worse.
Yeah, it's so true.
See what I mean? Because you just go further down the rabbit hole trying to mask your pain and stuff like that. So rather than actually sitting there and dealing with it. Yeah. So yeah, no, I do a lot of reflection and stuff like that. So these days, yeah, my mental health is pretty good just because I've learned through everything I've been through in my life, from being a teenager, being super silly, not having my dad around, being abused from him and stuff like that. And I think all those things I've ever been through in my life put me in this situation to be the best person for myself and my son. Yeah, okay. Because I never masked it. Even if I did, it all came out in the wash when I nearly killed myself in Bali, you know what I mean? And then I was like, you got to deal with this shit now, you know what I mean? And then when I become a dad, it was that further realization that, oh, it's not just you now. Yeah. You can't go out and have a bender every weekend. You can't go jump on a scooter, even though you still might, and I still have, you know what I mean? But you're more mindful to your surroundings. Correct. Rather than just being so reckless. Yeah. You know, and so, definitely just this reflection and putting us first, essentially. But no, and my mental health is pretty good these days.
I'm glad to hear.
No, thank you.
It's
it takes a lot. It takes a lot. It takes a lot, and you know, and it's a forever revolving door. Of it. Yeah, 100%. It's never. It's always a revolving door. You know what I mean? Shit comes in, shit happens. You just got to deal with it on the spot and keep moving. Fucking know. Because if you go, I'll worry about it later. Guess what? That's what I said before. You're gonna fucking. It's gonna come at you left, right, good night.
So true. So true. What's your purpose in life? You already said a bit of it, I feel.
Everything I've been through,
Yeah.
I'm okay.
Mm-hmm.
I've made it through the other side. Everything that I've experienced and gone through, and I'm doing okay.
Yeah.
So my purpose in life is to help that person that is going through it that isn't okay.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Just to be the best version of myself.
To help others.
To help others.
Yeah.
Be the best person for my son.
Okay.
He's already lost far more than anyone should ever lose, let alone a 2-year-old child. A 2-year-old child, you know what I mean? He's already lost so much.
Yeah.
So my purpose is just to be the best role model that he needs to get through this crazy thing called life, bro. So that's the biggest thing for me. And also, just helping others, whether it's Muay Thai, whether it's training, whether it's having a conversation.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Even the first time we met, it was just like, boom, we went straight down the rabbit hole.
Yeah.
You know, and it was just easy. And that's what I like, man. It shouldn't be hard.
No,
And
not at all.
I watch my little fella run around the playground. They just go up and start talking to the kids. I'm like, why can't adults do that?
Yeah.
Why are we always so like, we can't talk to them? 100%. And I know everywhere I go, I get judged pretty quick.
And let's be honest, it's your tattoos. And
the no hair.
Yeah, the no hair.
And I get that, you know what I mean?
The teeth, people judge me because of my teeth and tattoos as well. I fucking see it. I see it straight away. Yeah. They look at your teeth and then they look at you, they look up and down and they're like, okay, he's scary.
Yeah.
And then to look at you, you're obviously the same person. You got more tattoos than me. Bald, I'm bald.
Yeah.
But they do it.
100%.
And we're fucking actual gentle giants.
Yeah. I said all the time, I'm actually a really nice person. And I was like waving that red flag on me. But no, honestly, I said all the time, if I had $1 for every time someone judged me or made a false accusation about me, then you know what, I'd
be quite wealthy.
100%. And I said all the time, even like going back to school, you know what I mean? Like everyone, I was always the naughty kid. I was always in fights, suspended weekly for fighting and all that kind of stuff. But there was always a couple of teachers around, like even the principal of my primary school and stuff like that always seen through that and seen me for who I was and not for who I was being.
Yeah.
Only reason I finished school, man. I was never finishing school, you know what I mean? There was only one place for me and it was a bigger school with all the old hardened people, you know what I mean? So to get through that was kind of like an eye-opener for me. And then everywhere I go, I get it, especially being a Muay Thai fighter, being a rugby league player, covered head to toe in tattoos.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And then they look at my son, they're like, oh, okay, he can't be that bad, you know, especially with our relationship and how loving and cuddling and stuff we are.
Yeah, lovely.
And obviously my partner, Cara, now, you know what I mean? So she's sweet and innocent. So then I went to, I think it was Bali, started last year.
Okay.
And we were at Gilly Tea.
Okay.
And we're just wasted dancing, having a good time. Everyone's having a good time at Gilly Tea in Bali. And there was a group of people that said, you are the scariest mofo we ever seen. And I was like, what do you mean? I'm dancing, having a great time, you know what I mean? Like, I'm laughing, and they're like, no. Yeah, exactly, you know what I mean? They're like, no, you're just scary. And I was like,
okay.
What a kick in the guts, you know, somewhere that you would never expect that.
Yeah.
And I was like, man, is this how people feel about me all the time?
I'm guessing they obviously do. I don't. Fucking.
And I love and respect that and appreciate it, you know what I mean? And even like being like a PT or managing a gym.
Yeah.
It often crosses my mind how people interpret me. You know
what I mean? Yeah.
But if you come into a class with me, you'll just see ADHD, full energy, wanting the best at everybody.
Yeah,
that's all you'll get, you know what I mean? You won't see me walking around with an ego thinking I'm better than everyone.
Yeah.
I say it to my team of coaches all the time, I'm no better than you guys just because I'm your manager. Doesn't mean I'm better than you.
Yeah.
Because we're all learning off each other.
Spot on.
So I'm only as good as you allow me to be.
Yeah.
And they're like, that's all right then. That makes us feel better because I don't walk around with a chip on my shoulder or anything like that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Obviously, there's been that time in my life where I definitely did do that. And that's why I don't really play footy anymore.
I'm guilty of that.
And that's what I lost a lot by doing that. But I learnt my lesson when I started Muay Thai and I got humbled really quick.
Yes. Yeah, fight game you do.
Yeah, 100%.
Oh, fucking 16-year-old boys beating me up.
I still remember my first ever day walking into a Muay Thai gym. I was absolutely shitting myself. But I grew up fighting.
Yeah.
I nearly went to jail when I was 18 for GBH, you know what I mean?
Okay.
And I grew up. It was just natural for me. And I thrived on it. And then I turned up to a Muay Thai gym and I'm like, man, why are you so scared, man? And he's like, because it's controlled.
Yeah.
And all these guys are like not killers, but they're They know what they're doing.
That's
and I left that
life.
night with my ring spread across my nose spread across the ring.
Yeah.
My mate rushed me 1-2, 1-2 when we were sparring, and I bounced off the ropes and headbutted his right hand. Poof, nose is gone. And I was like, I love this. This is me.
It's addictive,
I didn't leave. I was there. I think I was at that gym for 8 years, and day in, day out, ended up working there and becoming one of the most decorated fighters. You know what I mean?
Crazy.
So, loved it.
So good. What's one quote you live by?
What I said before.
Yeah.
Obviously, there's a couple, but that one would be it, being the role model that I needed when I was growing up.
Yeah. Nice.
That's number one for me. And that goes to being a role model to my mates.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Being a
lot of people don't do that to their mates.
No, everyone wants to be there for the good times.
Yeah.
But no one's actually, you know what I mean? And especially with what I've been through in the last few years.
Yep.
I pick up the phone and my best mate left the mines and he was by my side. Another best mate, he lived on the other side of town. Within 2 hours, he was by my side.
Yeah, wow.
You know what I mean? And then I got another 2 best mates up the Sunshine Coast that I grew up with.
Mm-hmm.
And they were by my side that afternoon. They didn't leave me for a few days.
Yeah, wow.
So, you know what I mean? Like, and now there's certain things in my life where I'm always giving back.
Yep.
Like even the other day, like the smallest thing, my mate's up at the sunny coast, it was his birthday and it was a Wednesday night.
Drove up there?
Yeah, drove up, had dinner, got back at 10:30 at night, you know what I mean? I was like, you know what, it's the little things for me these days.
He'd appreciate that too.
And he did, because there's also lots of things that we went through at school that I got away with and he didn't get away with.
Okay.
So I've always held a little bit of, I guess you could say, survivor's guilt.
Yeah.
Because out of that group of mates, I was always the fighter.
Okay.
I was the bad one. And then unfortunately they got in a fight out of high school that I was meant to be there that night, but I was at another fight at a party and I walked out and a girl got hit by a car and I helped save her life with one of my other mates. So I was a bit distraught. So I went home.
Fuck.
And that night they all went out, all 18 months jail. So
Fuck.
And I was meant to be there,
yeah.
but I couldn't even go see them in jail because I was on my own grievous bodily harm charge.
Fuck.
So they were in jail and I could not see them at all. So it's always sat on me that it's just something that I'm not very proud of.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? If I was there, then I would have been in jail with them and I wouldn't have been living the life I live now.
But you, in that instance too, you wouldn't have been there to save that girl's life either. So everything happens for a reason.
And you are right, you know what I mean? And I know it depends on which way you look at it.
Yeah.
It's
try and look at the positive out of it.
You do, and I try to do that with everything, with even like losing Laura and Finn, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yes, that's the most heartbreaking, distraught, traumatic thing I've ever seen, been through, apart from...
Do you want to dive into that?
Yeah, 100%.
So that was your partner?
Yep.
Were you married? No?
No, not married.
No. So your partner and your child?
Yep.
So you obviously lost them. They passed away 2 years ago. Is that right?
On my birthday, he was 23rd of June. So little Finn was 23rd of June, 32 weeks gestation. And she fought for another 3.5 weeks and died on my birthday, 17th of July.
How?
Oh,
what happened?
I don't even know.
Don't know.
So, super healthy, super fit. She was a beautiful, amazing person.
Yeah.
Let alone the amazing mother. I say this all the time. She was born to be a mother.
Mm-hmm.
She was amazing at it. You know what I mean? And it made it easy for me.
Okay.
Especially not having. I have an amazing mother.
Yeah.
But she wasn't my mother. She was my best friend.
Okay.
Because she's come from her own story.
Yeah.
And then obviously not having my father around at all and stuff like that.
I'm the same. I never had a father around as well, so I know exactly how you feel with that.
So you kind of lean in more on that. And as a mummy's boy, you know what I mean? And she would go hammer and tong for me. Any situation, she'd be there. You know what I mean? I remember that when I got jumped at GBH, it was because of her at the nightclub.
Okay.
A guy pushed her over and I went to town, and you know what I mean? But then there's been other fights where I've been in a fight and she's been behind me holding a wheelie bin like, come on, let's go. You know what I mean? Like she was a fierce protector of me, you know what I mean? So I do thank her for everything that I've been through, and I'll quickly touch on this before we go back.
You're fine.
The second most traumatic thing I ever seen was her actually getting bashed to death. And I saved her life when I was 14.
Fuck
Or
off.
15. So
Wow.
It's
a lot of mental
yeah
battles within.
Well, this is another thing. It all comes back to fighting.
Yeah.
Because we used to sit at the front of a nightclub, or at the front of the nightclub in Maryborough up north, and wait for all the old fellas to come out, and we used to punch on with them as young.
That's normal back then.
You could do that back then. There was no weapons or anything involved. You just go hammer and tongue. You know what I mean?
Couldn't agree more.
But then one night I was walking up the street, and I was like, "Oh, there's a fight at the pie van. Let's go." So we all ran down to look, and it was my mum and my sister.
Fuck.
And my sister was fighting. She was. Now I know they were lesbians, both of them, on meth.
Oh wow!
My sister was a security guard.
Okay.
And I see my sister going like toe to toe with this chick.
Yeah.
So I've gone in to protect my sister, pushed her away. She's come at me, grabbed me by the neck, so I grabbed her by the throat, and we're kind of like holding each other. And I was yelling at her to go away. And then I looked out of the corner of my eye, and my mum's is dead on the ground. Her head split from here to here, fully open, and I just pushed her away, got on my hand and knee, pulled my mum's head back together, and we called the ambos.
Fuck off.
So you know what I mean? Like,
wow.
And then it all comes back to
fighting.
You know what I mean? So
was it your sister was trying to?
They were picking on my mum. And then they attacked my mum.
So your sister was bashing your mum?
No.
Oh, no, the other people were. I was like, that's a bit fucked up in itself.
No, the two girls on meth.
Yeah.
So they attacked my mum.
Okay. And then your sisters come in.
And then my sisters coming to defend her, and they were attacking her.
Fuck.
So what they did is there was like a slate tiled edge to a building.
Oh, and she hit the setup.
Smacking her head into it like 3 or 4 times.
So what happened to those people? Did they got
away with it?
Yeah, right.
So for me, the belief that I've just gone through, like the system's not going to help you at all.
No, not at all.
So yeah, that was that. You know what I mean? So my mum's always been that rock for me. You know what I mean? And even when I went through what happened with Laura and Finn, that she was there straight away.
Yeah, wow.
So going back to Laura and Finn, she was healthy. She was amazing. And she went away for a work trip because she was starting to teach people how to do Botox and lips and stuff. She was really well known for her lips. Yeah. Because she owned her own clinic and she was
injection clinic. Yeah.
So she was also a nurse, an RN nurse at the hospital. So yeah, she went away for a function up at I think like Hayman Island or somewhere up there.
Somewhere nice.
Yeah, somewhere real nice. And she come back and she just got really sick.
Okay.
And she went to the hospital. She had influenza A.
Yeah, but it fucking wrecks you, that.
Well, 3rd trimester too, apparently. It's pretty hectic when it comes to
being pregnant.
Pregnant, because obviously the baby's already compressing your lungs.
Yes.
She already had asthma.
Okay.
So just to make it that little bit worse, and then influenza A just wiped her out. So I took her to a hospital. She was there with another 4 ladies or something, and they were all in the same kind of boat.
Okay.
All pregnant. Influenza A symptoms.
Wow.
They sent Laura home that afternoon. That night, about 10 p.m. or 11 p.m., I called them up again, and I was like, look, she's struggling. She's can't do this. And like, you'll have to bring her back. We can't triage over the phone. I said, I get that. No, She was quite rude to me on the phone. Yeah. I understand she's probably got a highly stressful job. Yeah. So I was like, yep, sweet, brought her in. I dropped her back there and then went home because we had Hudson, and I went to sleep. I woke up next morning. Can you come pick me up, babe? She walked out wearing a nappy, like an adult nappy.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
And all she said was, can you check my lungs? Can you check my lungs? And they said, no, you just got influenza A. So they didn't really listen to her at all.
No.
Anyway, she come home that day, and for the next 18 hours, whatever, or not 18, probably 15 hours, she was just in my bed.
Wheezing, struggling
dying. She said, I feel like I'm dying. Legit. And for someone like a healthy person to say to you, or anyone in general, actually, but someone so fit, so healthy that didn't party, didn't drink, was having their second baby, that was such an amazing mother, to go, I feel like I'm just dying. There's messages to the family saying, I feel like I'm just dying. It was quite heavy.
Yeah.
And I watched her. So she stopped wearing her undies. She started wearing my underwear. You know what I mean? It was like, she was just falling to pieces, you know, like peeing the bed because she couldn't move. Every time she coughed, she was just dying.
Sorry to laugh in that instance, but was that...
If you don't laugh, you cry.
Yeah, so true. But was she wearing your undies because she didn't have any sense of like what was going on? Was
No, I just put her in I put her in my undies because she obviously
more comfortable.
Females' undies are pretty much nothing.
Yeah, spot on. Yeah.
So I just put her in my undies.
Yeah.
Not that I like to wear them often anyway, but I've got some. Yeah. So I just put her in my undies because obviously a lot thicker, a little bit more comfortable probably. Like baggier and stuff like that, because she was just wetting herself.
Yeah, it's not good.
She'd hop out of bed and I'd have to carry her to the bathroom, whatever.
Fuck.
She couldn't eat. She just wanted like drugs essentially,
like
pain relief. Yeah, but even that was doing nothing. And obviously it's not going to help when you're not eating as well.
No. Yeah, it's fucking bad for your stomach.
So when I went out to get the pain relief and drugs medication for her, I got her a acai bowl. And she was like, no. So I said, look, you've got to have something. Yeah. So I fed her some ice cream just to have with the drugs, you know what I mean? And that even was a mess, you know what I mean? So it got to that night, I was like, no, I've had enough now. Because she, being stubborn, being pregnant, we all have a...
Moody, all the above,
and then also being in so much pain, she was told that she just had to sit it out and just had to wait it out. She just had influenza A. I think she was on Tamiflu, like all those drugs, trying to nail it.
Is this in Maryborough? Or
no, Brizzy.
In Brizzy. Fuck
Brizzy. So then she was deteriorating in my bed, or our bed. And then I said, no, it's enough.
Yeah, of course.
That's enough. I can't do this anymore. Like, I've just watched you all day and you've gotten worse and worse and worse. So she's like, no, don't. So I called the ambos, like 3 separate ambos, so I think 6 or 7 people come and got her.
Fuck.
Hattie was sleeping at the same time. This was at like 11 o'clock at night on the 22nd of June. And then legit, they wheeled her out, put her on oxygen and wheeled her out. As they went to wheel her out, the door opened, little man seen her get wheeled out.
Fuck.
And it was the last time he's seen her alive.
Wow.
So he got, obviously I let him say goodbye because
yeah, of course.
And I've had people over the years go, why'd you do that? I'm like, why not? Because if he ever grows up and he resents me for something, I want to know that I did everything in my power to be the best partner, to be the best dad, to allow him to express himself or go through and witness that shit. I don't want to sugarcoat anything or guard him from that kind of stuff because that could really affect him later on in life. So you think about a 2-year-old watching their best friend, their mother, get wheeled out. Because I say this all the time as well. I was third wheel. Yeah. I was a bad cop.
We always are,
I was, your dad, piss off, you know what I mean? Like, you're the one that gets up. So, you know what I mean? Like, he was very distraught. He was a mess. She's like, no, don't come with me. I said, do you want to get Hattie looked after? She's like, no, I'll be back in the morning. All right, no worries. And then
how long?
I fell asleep. Obviously, finally, after getting, he was 3 hours. It took me to get him to bed. Yeah. So we finally fell asleep together. I woke up at 6 a.m. to messages. She sent me a message at 2 a.m. or 3 a.m. saying, "Hey babe, they're intubating me." It was the last I ever heard from her. So they intubated her at 2 a.m. on the 23rd. And
sorry to be rude here. What does that actually mean? So
intubation is, her lungs were pretty much dead.
Okay.
From all
Stop working pretty much.
Yeah. And her asthma and stuff like that. She was struggling to breathe.
Okay.
Everything else was good. Her brain, everything was good, but obviously still sick. But what they did is to take away the stress of her trying to breathe and cough and stuff. Yeah. They put a tube down
into a coma, pretty much.
No. I'm not too sure. I don't think they put her into a coma. They maybe. I didn't know that. But yeah, they put an intubation into her so she could breathe comfortably by machine. Okay. To take away the stress of the baby. So the baby was still alive at this point.
Yeah, right.
And then what happened was, in like a crazy statistic, it's like 1 in 5,000 or 500 people or something. She had an anaphylactic fit to the antibiotic for the foreign body going inside, and that. Obviously, she's had a fit, and then we're pretty sure, almost certain, that's what killed the baby or killed Finn. So till this point, Finn was still healthy. She was just not in a good way. No. So yeah, they intubated her to try to save her because what they explained is that our lungs are black. Yes. Hers were white. So they were dying essentially because they were just under so much fatigue, and pressure, just drying out essentially. So I woke up at 6 o'clock to this message.
Yeah.
And I also woke up to messages from the family, her mum and dad and stuff, saying, we're on our way. We'll get there at like 11 o'clock.
Yeah.
Something like that. So sweet. I called the hospital. They said, no, we can't talk to you on the phone. You got to wait till we get the family here and we're going to have a meeting. So I was like, okay, there's three options. There's three things here. Laura's not in a good way. Baby survived.
Yeah.
That's option one.
Yeah.
Option two, they're both gone.
Yeah.
And option three is that
The baby passed away and she
hasn't
stays.
survived and she's
Yeah.
not in a good way.
Yeah.
So for me, instantly ticking into, okay, what have I got to do to try to be a good partner kind of thing. Ran around $60, I think it cost me to do a baby bag, like an overnight bag, like a baby bag, like nappies, not tampons, pads, all the stuff that ladies need for hospital. Because she just went to hospital. Yeah. And she's like, I'll be back in the morning. She only took her handbag. And so I've got this big baby bag turned up. We sat down in a meeting and they were like, look, Finn's died and Laura's not in a good way. And
how was your heart then?
Bro, it's like someone just pulled it out of my chest, threw it on the floor and just everyone stomped on it in a circle. Like it was very, very heavy. And I immediately obviously cried and
of course
yelled, whatever. Yeah. We all sat in the room and we were all very
Was the family there with you too, obviously?
Yeah, all of them. One sister wasn't.
Okay.
Because she was travelling up.
Yeah.
I don't think she was there. I think she was travelling up from Orange. She was getting there a little bit later.
Yeah.
So we were all very emotional, a mess. And then I had kind of ticked over into, okay, he's gone. Yeah. What's going on with her? I don't care. My boy needs a mum.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
I don't care what you need to do. Yeah. You need to save her.
Yeah, of course, because the baby's already gone.
I grew up with only a mum, and I know how important that is. You need to save her. Yeah. And everyone was kind of like on the same page.
Of course. I mean? Well, there's no other option really.
Well, baby's
gone, yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, you can be heartbroken about that, but your partner's not in a good way, you know what I mean? So So then she was in hospital for 3.5 weeks and it was just non-stop. I was up there twice a day. I would do the late night phone call just to make sure she was good before we went to bed. The family would do the morning and we just put in the group chat.
How was that 3 weeks?
Pretty, very exhausting, very fatiguing, very emotional. My mum copped a fair bit in that time. And we actually had a fight. So it would have been the week. So she died on my birthday, 17th of July, which was the Monday. Yeah. Me and my mum probably had a fight on the Friday. Okay. Because every time I come back from the hospital, she just wanted to talk to me. And
you didn't want to talk?
Just like, I wanted to talk, but it was just the same shit all the time. Yeah. And I was just trying to just have a break. Because I still had to be dad.
Yeah, of course.
I still had to be a partner, essentially, you know what I mean? I still had to be a part of the family.
Yeah, of course,
you know what I mean? So me and mum had a big fight and she actually left. She said, I don't want to leave you because I feel something's going to happen. And she's very she knows when she'll walk into a room, she's like, no,
something's off here.
She knows straight away and she's like, no, I can't. But she left and on the Monday she got the phone call. She's like, I fucking knew it. Fucking knew it. Anyway, but yeah, so that 3.5 weeks was very emotional. It took a toll on all of us, as you would assume.
Yeah, of course.
Huddy had no idea. He thought his mum was just gone on another work holiday. So I kept, just when he was around, I'd just try to be the best version of myself. I'd still cry and everything.
Of course.
In bed, we slept with each other every night. I cried to sleep every night, you know what I mean? So it was very heavy, especially when you're turning up to a hospital and you've got like a bad doctor, good doctor situation going. Yeah. And you got a doctor going, okay, she's made moves. She's going, we're
progressing a little bit.
You've got another doctor going,
it's no good.
Nah, it's not looking good. You know what I mean? So it was very difficult to get an understanding of what was happening. But it was, in a way, or in a weird sense, for me and everything I'd been through with my mum in hospital, with myself nearly killing myself in Bali on a scooter. Yeah. I kind of pulled myself away from being her partner. Okay. And looking at her as just a female. Yeah, just a mum, just someone else's mum. You know what I mean? Because I was like, if I keep in this as she's my partner, like even though she was and everything, but that's what I'm saying. It's a weird way of looking at it.
Yeah.
I had to pull myself away to actually listen to what the doctors were saying.
Yeah. And not just being emotionally attached.
Yeah, 100%. That is right.
Yeah.
So for me, it was, okay, yes, she's my partner, but is this the life that she deserves? Is this the life she wants?
Definitely
is this
not.
the life that Hudson deserves?
Yeah.
So I started having little meetings with the doctors and stuff like that, because it would be like got through the weekend, she's okay, Monday she'd lose an arm.
Yeah, fuck.
So in the end, to cut to the chase, she
actually lost an arm?
She lost all 4 limbs.
Fuck off.
So she lost, at the start, it was this arm.
And this is just from, like...
So what happened, she got influenza A.
Yeah, that's what I mean, just from
then it went
influenza
into
A.
pneumonia.
Okay.
Because the lungs.
Yeah.
And then it went into staph.
Golden staph, because she's in hospital for so long, yeah.
So it went into golden staph, and that kind of riddled her body. And she...
Fucking hell.
Because even before she got to the hospital, she was like, it feels like poison's running through my blood, my body.
Wow.
That were her words, poison, and I feel like I'm dying. So then, so she had the poison, golden staph. And because they were doing such extensive searches,
of course,
they found black mold, which we all would have in our body.
Yeah, we would for sure.
Soil,
yeah,
moist, the air cons and stuff like that. But then they found these candidas. You know what I mean? So these, they were just finding shit that like people shouldn't survive or can't survive or never have.
Was it? And this is to kind of go off topic a little bit, but do you think like the environment that she grew up in could have like been, say, for example, a house that she lived in when she was younger, she could have got that black mold, and like, I'm not saying that she lived in a dirty house or anything like that, but do you reckon that could have possibly been a factor? Or
I think it's just life, because you think about, we work in aircon.
Yes,
if you work in a hospital, you're around it all the time. Disease,
so true,
all that kind of stuff. So I just think it was like, she was a country girl. She grew up in Roma, Mount Isa, here, there, everywhere. Yeah. But the air's a lot cleaner out there.
Definitely.
as well.
Spot on.
So, you know what I mean? So I wouldn't say it'd be that. It'd be more so being just everyday life.
So losing all of her limbs.
Yeah.
What's going through your head in this whole...
Fuck. You take one of my arms?
Yeah, exactly.
I don't want to be here.
Let alone not just yourself, but your girlfriend.
Yeah.
Like...
So she...
And the mother of your son.
Yeah, or son.
Sorry.
No, you're right. So the thing is, it was crazy to witness too, because this is shit that you would see on like...
On movies.
All Saints. Or a fucking movie, you know what I mean? Like
right.
you don't see this shit or hear about it, you know what I mean? And this is one thing I would like to also help people with is, life's too short, man. Like, she was perfectly healthy, fit, never drunk, never drank, nothing. Well, yes, she obviously did as younger, as we all do, but Huddy was 2 years old. That's 2 years of not drinking. That's, you know what I mean? And then she having another baby. Like, these people that, and I look back now at some of the stupid shit I've done and still do. I still do, you know what I mean? I'm like, man, we've had way too many lives. Oh, man. I say it all the time, a cat with 9 lives. I don't know how many I've got left.
How many cats you got?
Yeah. Oh, man.
You've gone through past the 9.
I've been through quite a few, man. Punched in the head, kicked in the head. Yeah. Motorbike crashes and stuff like that. So, so what happened was...
So this 3 weeks was just, in this 3 weeks, was this, and I'm putting this as blunt as it is because it is what it is.
Yeah.
That 3 weeks, was she losing those limbs in those 3 weeks?
Yeah. So she went in full body.
Yeah.
And the day she took her last breath on my birthday, she had both legs above the knee.
Okay.
So that happened. That was one of the last things that happened. She lost, I'm pretty sure, this whole arm and half of this arm, I think it was, and above both knees. So before, this one was the first to go. Okay. And they were trying to save it. Okay. But it was just
no chance.
So you know when you go to like Woolies and you see a bad piece of meat and it's got like bruises, that's what was happening to her whole body, because obviously the poison blood was getting trapped because she had no circulation. So her fingertips were all black. So it was quite horrific. And now was starting to
cripple over.
Yeah. So it was like like a mummy essentially, you know what I mean? Like what was happening, mummifying her hands in a sense.
And her legs were probably like that too.
Her toes were going like that, and her ankles and stuff. So yeah, and she was blowing up at the face.
Fuck, that's fucked up.
So yeah, she lost half of this arm, and then the legs went next. They took him through the kneecap.
Okay.
And
on an angle.
Yeah, and then they went, no, it's not getting any better. We hope that, because at that point she still could have had the prosthetics if she survived.
Okay, yeah, of course,
you know what I mean? It's because she was born to help people.
Okay.
She was a nurse. She loved it. She was, as I said before, she was amazing in what she did. You know what I mean? And she helped me a massive
become a better person.
Oh, huge, and she still does. You know what I mean? And then that's why I kept asking the questions when they did this, like, how much are you going to take before? Prosthetics are not an option.
No way.
And she can't sit up anymore. They said if we take any more, she's just going to lay down for the rest of her life.
Fuck.
So she now she's above both knees and half an arm,
Still
just
got one arm.
just below the elbow, and still got an arm. And the last one they took was the whole arm. That was like the final nail in the coffin for me, essentially, you could say, or the final realization was like, this poor girl doesn't want this.
No way in the world.
Doesn't deserve this. And she's lost the ability to hold her son's hand.
Yeah.
She can't scratch her ass, wipe her ass. She can't change a TV remote.
No.
And she's going to lay down for the rest of her life. You know what I mean?
Life.
You know what I mean? She's gone from being such an intelligent business owner, nurse, all these things, all these accolades, to just being like, and you think she hasn't even realized she's lost a baby yet. She's in a coma this whole 3 weeks. And
that's what I was going to ask. Yeah.
As a mum, or even as a parent that has lost a child, my love goes out to all of you guys. It's not easy, and you got to find a new part of yourself. And I've reached out to a few of my friends that have lost babies, and they've reached out as well. And I'm always ready to have a conversation.
Yeah, of course.
She doesn't even realize what she's lost yet.
Yeah.
But the thing was that the nurses were telling me, and the doctors were telling me, that her brain's still so healthy.
She could hear everything.
She knows everything that's going on, but she can't. She's on so many drugs and so much pain relief and stuff like that. She can't fathom or can't even understand what's actually going on, but she can hear you.
Yeah, wow.
So she's hearing everything. And when they were trying to wean her off the drugs, because obviously you can't be on drugs for that long before it starts affecting the brain.
Yeah, big time.
Because that was another thing as well. If she survived, what state is her brain in?
Yeah.
Is she a vegetable, or is Laura still there?
Yeah.
So
which
that was
highly unlikely.
Yeah, well, even at the start, I think it was the left side of her heart died and then come back to life.
Fuck.
You know what I mean? So like, because she was so healthy, and as they said, like, if you were an elderly person, 3 days gone.
Yeah.
If you were us, maybe a week surviving what she was going through.
Because she was so fit.
Because she was fit, healthy, and that's what I say to everyone as well. She died on my birthday. A weird part of me feels that she waited till my birthday to give me that, to give me life. And when I said that to the nurse, she was like, "How the fuck do you see that?" And I was like, "Well, I've over this last 3 weeks, I've asked all the questions as a partner, as an outsider, third person looking in. I've asked all the right questions. I've done a lot of work on myself to get to this point to actually understand what's going on, rather than having that emotional attachment, which was still there.
Of course it was.
But I had to
had a kid.
push it aside. You know what I mean? So all these questions were happening and stuff like that. And when this happened, and I said it to her, she was like, "It's coming from a 31-year-old, or 31-year-old. It's fucking huge.
Fucking say that."
And I said, "Well, if I look at it as a massive negative, I'm going to keep feeding the negative. It already is a big negative in my life. It's already a massive negative.
Still is now.
100%.
Yeah.
It's not even a negative. It's just a fucking heartbreaking, traumatic thing that's always going to be there.
Yeah.
It's not even a negative. It's worse than that.
Yeah.
A negative is
something
such
that
a
can be
shit
made
thing
into
to
a positive.
say. Yeah, but it's such a shitty word to say.
Yeah.
In that instance, because it's so much more deeper than that.
100%.
But I had to try find the positive, just to try keep myself to be the strongest person I could be for everyone in the room.
Yeah.
Because watching someone take their last breath, if has anyone ever done that? It takes a bit of you.
Fucking oath it does.
It takes, as I say, so much of that took so much of me that I never even realized I had.
Yeah.
There was parts of me that was dying and hurting that I never even knew that I had or developed, you know what I mean? But on the flip side of that, I developed a lot of strength, a lot of resilience because of going through it.
Look at you now.
Well, you're right. And someone said, I went back to my old school the other week.
I remember you telling me this, yeah.
And they were firing some questions to me like, what do you call them? Like
quick fire?
Quick fire. And the last question was, explain yourself in one word. And I was like,
fuck off.
1 word. I've been punched in the head 1,000 times and dropped on my head probably as a baby. And I was just like, I just turned around and said Muay Thai because obviously it's 2 words, but it's still in sentence. Now I think back and I'm like, it's resilient.
Yeah, for sure.
It's resilient, man.
Fucking oath it is.
And that's my one word, you know what I mean? So
it's crazy.
But yeah, going back, when I said this, the nurse was like, fuck me. Like, how do you do that? And I was like, how do you not see this in any other light? She could have died 2 days ago. Well, she could have died 3 weeks ago.
Correct. Yeah.
She could have died a week later. And I could have spent my birthday in there. Yeah. I did anyway. Yeah. But I could have spent my birthday in there and then it could have been on her birthday. Weird thing. Her niece is actually born on her birthday.
Oh,
so her and her sister are pregnant together at the same time. And the niece is born on Laura's birthday. So in a weird, out there, woo-woo, you know what I mean, situation, dies on mine, comes back 3 weeks later on her birthday. So, how
do you, like, obviously she's in your life for forever. She's passed away on your birthday, but she was your partner for however long it was. But how do you continue to remember who she is, and how do you, like, obviously you have a partner now, but that's a whole different story, and you deserve to be happy, and Laura would have wanted that for you. She wouldn't want you to grieve and be upset for the rest of your life because she passed away. And any good partner would want that.
I quickly should cut you off there.
Yeah, you're right.
I 100% agree because I feel I'm only able to move on because of the person she was.
Yes.
And the person that she helped me become.
Yeah.
Because if it wasn't for Hudson and her making me, her allowing me to be a father, I would have easily gone back down that old road I've been through before.
I would have.
Drug abuse.
Fucking oath, I would have too.
So was there glimpses in there that possibly I wanted to? Yeah. 100%.
Of course. That's fucking total normal.
Did I ever go down that path? Hell no.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would go out and have a one-night blowout every few months, whatever, when I didn't have Hudson, because I turned into a dad 24/7
and a mother,
solo,
and 100%.
Yeah. And I never did that as a kid myself. So I'm going, what the fuck do I do here? Exactly. Please, give me something. You know what I mean? Like it was fucking hard, man.
Yeah, and it still is.
It still is. You know what I mean? Yeah, I might have some help now with car and stuff like that.
Yeah,
but talking about how we honor them is stuff like this.
Yeah.
So I did a podcast a couple
just
weeks
recently, yeah.
Yeah, and do you know how scary that was? Not doing. I can talk about it all day, but now having it on a platform that now her family, everyone's going to see.
Yeah.
That for me
was the hardest part.
Was hard because I talk about it. If you want to know, and you come up to me in the street and be like, hey, look, sorry to hear what happened. Do you want to talk about it? Let's go.
Yeah. How long you got?
Yeah, pretty much. You know what I mean? But honestly,
how did their family, have they watched it? Have they given you feedback?
They come back all sweet. They're like, you spoke so beautiful of her and stuff like that. And
you're still in very close contact with them?
I'm probably closer with them now than I was before. Because obviously their daughter was in contact. You know what I mean? But obviously now we try to family calls and so they can see Huddy and stuff like that. We'll go spend some time with them. And
nice.
I'll go see them on the anniversary. So I kind of every birthday now is the morning is for Laura.
Okay.
Because it's not just my day now, it's our day.
Yeah.
Which is another way of honouring her in a sense.
Yeah.
So the day is I go spend the morning with the family and go see Laura and stuff like that and Finn. And then the afternoon's my day. Whether I think 2 years ago, last year. Last year I went to the State of Origin for the first time.
Nice.
You know what I mean? So it's kind of like it's split.
Yeah.
But it's still her day and my day. I don't look at it as my birthday anymore. It's a day of celebration in a sense.
Of course.
Celebration
and that's
of
a
her
great way
life.
to look at it.
I think that just helps me because there's so many people out there that would be selfish.
Yeah.
That would probably be like, that's my fucking day.
I feel like I would have been like that at the start.
Yeah.
But then as you get older, you realise, and you weren't at a young age when it happened either, so you realise pretty quick what it's about.
Yeah, 100%.
If I was fucking 18 or 21,
100%.
it would have been a whole different fucking
It would have
story.
been a write-off every single day.
Yeah.
It would have been
Would have either died yourself
it would have been a bender,
or ended up in
100%.
jail.
100%. And
Yeah.
so, yeah, you're right. So they're little things I do.
You just said recently you went and visited.
So I went up twice now.
Yeah.
On the last Wednesday when I went up for my mate's birthday, I took
Yeah.
Huddy to go see her as well. It was the first time.
How does he deal with it? How does he cope?
He's just a kid, man.
He doesn't.
He's
Does he
resilient.
understand, you feel?
He's so intelligent
Yeah.
for a nearly 5-year-old.
Yep.
He is so intelligent and in tune with it
Okay.
that he talks about it so frequently and openly to myself and Cara, which is my
Lovely.
new partner.
Yeah.
There's still photos up in their house.
Nice.
Nothing. We talk about it. I talk about Laura and Finn openly in front of him,
Well,
with
I feel you
others,
have
or
to.
with him.
Yeah.
If he wants to talk about it, we talk about it. Also, Laura left her cat, and I looked after the cat, and then
Okay.
she recently died last year.
Oh,
So I went and got her cremated, and then took her up and buried her with them as well. So they're
wow.
all together. You know
Nice.
what I mean? And he often says the first day he went to his school interview, and the first thing he says is, "My cat died."
Oh,
She's buried with my mum and brother, and I was just like, "Oh, man."
fuck.
But you know, I mean, like kids are so resilient, and
He
he is
is.
so intelligent and loving, and such a cheeky little. He's got me, which is ADHD, and then he's got her, which is so pure,
Okay.
and he shows it all the time. Like
Lovely.
he'll talk about it, and like as I was about to say, we went up there and seen her. I seen them about 2-3 weeks ago
Yep.
on my way back to my old school for the graduation,
Yep.
and then last week for my mate's birthday, I took Hudson up, and we went there, and we sat there for about a half an hour.
Okay.
And it was the first time that Hudson actually sat there. He gave him a kiss, sat down on the chair with me,
Yeah.
and the first time we actually had a good yarn
About
about
it.
life.
Okay.
About life. Normally he goes and throws rocks in the pond, and I'll sit
Yeah.
there and I'll tear up and I'll have my moment.
Of course.
Because as Laura was in hospital, I still spoke to her every day as that
Yeah.
she was here.
Okay.
And like 100%, like, had a good day today, babe. Huddy's killing it. You know,
Yeah.
like really treated her like she was 100% here. And going back to that, like she had a few like episodes.
Okay.
Every time I spoke about Hudson when they
Yeah.
were trying to win her off,
Because she could hear.
she could hear. And when I mentioned Hudson,
Yeah.
it was like that light bulb moment.
Mm.
My son. So it was that was difficult to see her like wailing out on a bed.
Trying to get away.
Yeah, trying to like tell me something.
Yeah.
But she couldn't.
Yeah.
So first time Hudson's ever sat there, had a conversation with me that hasn't just been me. Like again, babe, hope you're really proud of us.
Yeah.
Hope we're making you proud, doing
Yeah.
everything. You know, Hudson's doing
Lovely.
really well. So this time it was talking about dragonflies, talking about
Nice.
you know, like Bella the cat,
Yeah.
Laura and Finn, you know what I mean? And just
Yeah.
talking about life as a whole. And it was actually the most wholesome thing I think I've ever been able to do with Hudson
Okay.
in presence
Yeah.
of his mum, brother,
Yeah,
and
that's
cat, you know what I mean? Because
amazing.
he was actually so invested in the conversation with me rather than trying to run away and throw rocks in a pond
Yeah.
and chase ducks and
Yeah.
be a kid, you know what I mean? So
Yeah.
for me, that was an emotional moment in itself.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So
Should be very proud.
and that's all I try to do. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like
I'm fucking getting tearing myself.
I try to live the life that she would have wanted to live,
Yeah.
and that Hudson deserves to live
Yeah.
in honor of
For her.
what he's lost. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? So, and I stand on that business too. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like he's already lost so much,
Yeah.
so I got to be that person. I got to honor them. I got to show respect. Like you know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
it was also very hard seeing another person.
Well, you love your life, essentially.
Yeah, 100%. Like
Yeah.
she's the mother of my two boys.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like to then have Cara come into the fold, and yeah, we were just friends.
Yeah.
We met each other like 10 years ago when I was fighting professionally. never seen each other again.
Wow.
It sparked up conversation, and obviously she'd been through her own stuff in a abusive relationship, and then I'd been through my stuff.
Yeah.
So let's just be friends, and what will be will be, and it blossomed to what it is. And
Amazing.
it was difficult,
of
and
course,
emotional and hard, not to let my walls down, but also what people are going to think, what they're going to say,
judged.
Who am I upsetting? But then I also thought that, one, Laura would want that.
Like I said,
100%.
Yeah.
Huddy deserves it.
Yeah.
Not that I ever asked Cara to be
mum,
because he's already got a mum, and he knows that.
Yeah.
And she knows that.
Yeah.
But just to be a strong role model in his life.
Yeah.
But she has stepped amazingly into that stepmother role.
Yeah.
And she crushes it. She's amazing at it, you know what I mean? Like, it's been a learning experience for her.
For sure.
Because I think she sees glimpses of herself in Hudson as she was a kid.
Yeah.
So it's very difficult for her at times, but he absolutely adores her. He's just been walking around the house for the last 3 days. Cara. I'm like, yes. Don't annoy Dad, you know what I mean? So but to get to that point, like,
love it.
We had to do a lot of work
on
ourselves, a lot of self-belief, a lot of self-respect, a lot of respect to people around us.
Like family and stuff.
Yeah, 100%. And then also a lot of reflection work as well. But then also just being open and honest with each other.
Yeah.
Being like, okay, this is where I am. Let's not push it. Let's just be friends. And then what will be. And then I could talk to her and she could talk to me. And it blossomed. And it's been a beautiful thing, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So...
and for her to totally understand the whole situation.
She was 28 and me at 28, fuck, there's no way I'd understand that. You know, like I said to people too, like if you take me back to 28-year-old before all of this, and I was in a relationship and you wanted to talk to me about your past, get fucked. Your past is your past. I'm your future. End of story. I don't care. I don't want to know who you've been with, what you've done, whatever. Again, very selfish, closed-minded. No,
you're definitely not that person now.
No room for growth or personal development in a sense.
Well, you were fighting.
I was fighting that.
Yeah, and it was you and nothing else.
No, I had a partner as well. You know what I mean?
But that was your focus.
Actually, no, I was with Laura then.
Yeah.
Yes, I had a partner.
Yeah.
But actually, I wasn't fighting at this point. But if you go back another year, then I was fighting, and it was very tunnel vision. So. Yeah, but there was no room for self-development. You were very closed-minded, and you're not going to get anywhere by doing that. You know,
no, not at all.
I had to. Again, these are things that Laura taught me.
Yeah,
she was a year older than me, but she was very motherly to me in a sense. You know what I mean? Like, you can't do this and you can't do that. Well, watch me.
Yeah,
and then I'd be like, oh, you're right. You know what I mean? Fuck, I shouldn't have done that.
I've got one of those out here.
So
amazing.
Yeah,
shows you the right way. Do the right things. You'll benefit from it.
And I grew with Laura.
Yeah,
even when we had everyone has like
you're
trying to chase your own endeavors.
Yeah.
Work and that kind of stuff, you know what I mean? But then she taught me a lot of, again, that self-development. Like, what do you want from life?
Yeah.
Do you just want to keep partying with your mates and selling drugs and being a piece of shit? Yeah. No, I don't want to do that stuff.
Yeah.
Well, what are you doing then?
Yeah.
And then she was like, I don't want you to go back and fight, because obviously that is a pretty heavily selfish sport.
Yeah.
And it is time consuming.
Yes.
And it's also very dangerous too.
Yeah, it is. It's fucking oath.
And she obviously wanted to have kids with me and stuff like that. So she was like, "Nah, I don't want you to fight." And I'm like, "Nah, I want to fight." She said, "No.
It's all about me."
So I got put on the back burner for 5 years. I didn't fight for 5 years.
Yeah, wow.
So, and then when she passed away, I found my way back to another Muay Thai gym. After I left my last one.
Yeah. You fought again, didn't you?
Yeah, so I fought again. So and then it was like one of those things. Is like, right, babe, this is for you.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Like,
that's pretty special to do that too.
Look, to be honest,
I
wish I could sit here and say that it was hard.
Yeah.
The hardest thing about it was just trying to juggle dad life, mum life too.
Yeah.
And obviously trying to juggle the fight prep. But it gave me purpose.
And the emotions of losing her as well.
Well, that's where it made it easier though.
Okay.
Because it gave me purpose.
Yeah.
To get back to what I love and what I see myself as.
Yeah.
But it also gave me that little bit of kick in the ass, that bit of fuel that like, and I made this promise to Laura before she went, was I promised to move my body every single day because you lost that opportunity.
Yeah.
So it doesn't matter if you go for a walk.
Yeah.
You do not lay down and do nothing.
No.
You know what I mean? Like, so for me, it was like, this is a perfect way of honoring that promise by getting back, because a fight prep's not fucking easy. It's not easy, especially when you go back 5 years out of the game fighting at 75 kilos, like Australian champ, whatever. Straight back, I fought at 90 kilos in the pro rankings again, and it was just like, fuck, that's not easy. You know what I mean? But
you were probably at 100 and come down to 90.
I was definitely at 100. Yeah. I actually thought it was 90. I was fighting at 92. And then 3 days before the weigh-in, they're like, no, it's 90. I was like, all right.
Yeah, beauty.
Let's do it.
Thanks.
But no, it was, it made it easy for me in a sense because it got me back to doing what I loved. But the biggest thing out of that as well was, one, holding the promise to her, but two, showing little man that doesn't matter what you go through in life, if you have the right approach, the right mindset, the right people around you, anything is achievable.
Yeah, so true.
And this goes to people that I've spoken to outside of my family, my close group of mates and stuff like that are going through mental health hurdles and that kind of stuff. You can overcome shit if you just grab that one positive you have, grab it with both hands and fucking run.
Yeah.
And run.
Yeah.
If you keep feeding this negative, guess what's going to happen?
Yes.
That positive's not going to be there. You're going to start losing that positive too, you know what I mean? It's like, again, like being a young fella and wanting to party all the time, you got this the positive at home going, don't be doing that. You're like, nah, I'm with the boys. You know what I mean? That positive won't be there for much longer.
Nah, it's spot on. That's why a lot of chicks leave blokes, because they fucking don't listen.
100%, you know what I mean?
And then
so you kind of need to look at it.
Yeah.
Fuck, that's the positive. Like, I can still do these things, but within moderation.
Yes.
And it's about control.
I've got no self-control.
I don't know that. Discipline, no self-control though.
Yeah. That's why I don't drink and don't do drugs and don't gamble.
100%. And it's easier that way, because if you like, don't get me wrong, I still like to have a good time and that kind of stuff, like have a poke or slap, whatever.
Yeah.
But if you feed that beast week in, week out, daily, then guess what? That beast is going to overtake.
Yeah, a flutter every now and again is not a problem,
If you know that you shouldn't be doing it, but you enjoy doing it, then every now and again, that's fine.
Yeah.
The moment that you
fix that itch.
100%. It's like, I say this to my partner all the time. She's like, oh, I really want this for dinner. I'm like, just fucking go have it.
Yeah.
I really want some sugar. I'm like, go have it, because if you don't scratch it, then you're going to go have a big blowout and you're going to feel worse off.
Well, that Adam Sutherland does that well. Like, you can have this, you can have that, but don't fucking have it every day.
It's moderation.
Yeah.
It's moderation.
So he advertises it quite well, I feel.
And it is. And it's so easy to go down the path of, nah, I'm straight edge. I'm not doing this, I'm not doing that. I guarantee you that straight edge person's either in the closet, not coming out about their eating or drinking or whatever they're doing, you know what I mean? Or you find them on a fucking Monday, 12 p.m.
Come down a doom.
Yeah, or 12 p.m. at the fucking casino, you know what I mean? Like, they're all hiding something.
Yeah, of course they
No
are.
one is 100% straight edge.
No.
And that is okay.
Yeah.
Even if you are, that's 100% okay.
Yeah.
But don't lie.
Yeah.
And don't feed that beast. That's another negative, you know what I mean? So I honestly...
So true.
Anyone going through it, grab the positive and fucking run with it.
Yeah.
And just don't look back, man.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
so true.
The more you think about this, that's not going to be there.
So true.
So that's what I did with the fight. That's what I did. I put all that pain, all that, you know what I mean, all that pressure.
You won easily too, didn't you?
I wouldn't say easy. I won by TKO, but I wouldn't say easy.
TKO's easy.
Nah, the snap bicep in the process.
Yes, yeah.
So, but you know what I mean? Like, again, like I think I was at the gym for and he was my mate.
Yeah.
I think I was at the gym for 3 months maybe.
Yeah.
I trained once a week for like 6 weeks. And I said, bro, throw me in the ring, bro. Throw me in. And he's like, nah. I said, nah, I need it.
Yeah.
I need this. I need to prove to myself. I need to prove to Hudson. I need to prove to everyone around me that I will not take a back seat and I will not be beaten. Yeah. I could be beaten in the ring. Fuck, who cares?
Yeah.
But I will not.
Of it.
Yeah, outside of that, fucking you're not beating me.
Yeah.
And I really put my heart on my sleeve for that. So yeah, I did that. And then I went to Bali. That trip I told you about where I looked scary apparently.
Yeah.
got tattooed and everything like that. And then I come home and I had, I think, 7 weeks to get ready for this fight where I started training 3 or 4 or 5 times a week.
Crazy.
Threw myself in, and it was the easiest, happiest walkout of my whole entire life. I don't know if it's because my angels were looking over me.
Yeah.
Which is also, I've got another role model very close to me that passed away tragically. He was my first sponsor. He was a massive advocate for me with personal training, PT. I mean, my coaching, everything.
Yeah.
And he passed away. And before he passed
what
away,
was his name?
Shane Lumley.
Okay.
He was a masseurist.
Okay. Nice.
And him and his wife, lovely, amazing people. The whole family's amazing.
Yeah.
She still stands by me this
nice.
day.
Amazing.
She was my. She did hypnotherapy, Reiki, and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, nice.
And she sponsored me as well.
Lovely.
So they were massive parts of my career. So then just before he passed away and he found out I was back PT because I walked away from it for a fair bit, he's like, bro, you just made my day and took all my pain away.
Nice.
And the moment I heard that, bawled my eyes out and it was emotional. And Laura looked at me and she's like, the fuck's wrong with you? You're like, why are you crying? Just all of a sudden I was like, read this. And she even started crying. Because that man suffered so much pain and got up every single day and just got on with life.
Yeah.
And for him to message me and say, you just took he had really bad cancer.
Okay.
It took away all my pain just knowing that you were back doing what you're amazing at.
And what you loved.
And that's why that's why I can't walk away now.
And he loved it too.
And he knew it. And he was always my biggest advocate, you know what I mean? So for him to say that, and then he passed away 3 months before Laura and Finn's situation.
Yeah.
So it was like that bang, that three
happens in
three influential things.
Laura and him.
But then I had another mate, he committed suicide again 3 months later, and even with that one, he called me and he's like, bro, you were still at the gym. This was when I was in fight prep. He's like, you still in the gym? I want to come see you. And I was like, nah, I've just left. I'll catch up with you next week. Next day.
Fuck off.
So for me, putting my son first.
Yeah. I
lost a mate, you know what I mean? I don't know if I could have helped him, whatever, but just for him to pick up the phone.
Yeah, but that's hardest thing.
You didn't know that I didn't know. No one knew. No one knew.
And he had too much ego to tell you.
Oh, and the thing is, we had so many open conversations about it.
Yeah.
And I was like, bro, you just got to do this, this, and this. Trust me. Just get back to training.
Yeah,
you don't have to train every single day. You don't have to train for 3 hours. Train 1 hour every 3 days and you'll just start to get your life back on track.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know how you did it, how you got through Laura and Finn. And I said, I'm telling you how I got through it.
Yeah, listen.
I'm giving you the words of wisdom that got me through it.
Yeah. Doesn't work for everyone, but it does help.
Not always, you know what I mean? And he got through a fair bit and then it must have just got too much and he said his final goodbyes, you know what I mean? And that took a bit of me as well because phone call that he made, he was like, oh, I'm 10 minutes away from the gym. I'm like, I've already left, bro. I'm going to pick Hattie up from kindy. I've got to go. And then
that's it.
Bro, it was destroying. Like, as you said, you've been through so much loss as well.
Yeah.
So I took all that pain, my 4 angels essentially.
Yeah.
I took them out to that walkout with me. And
amazing.
No one was beating me that night. No one was beating me. As I said, like I snapped my bicep, I had stitches in my shin. Fucking
good luck.
Cut my head off. I mean, I'm like, no, before
come with a chainsaw because you're going to need it. And it's still not going to be,
Give me a baseball bat, whatever you want. So honestly, I walked out and I knew that I tore my bicep because a week before the fight, I was sparring and I threw a double jab and lightning bolt went off in my arm.
Yeah.
I knew
you can hear it.
Yeah, I felt it. And I was like, oh, my arm. And mate,
it feels like it's up in your chest.
No, it wasn't
opposite
snapped.
way.
It was just torn.
Oh,
so I tore it in the insertion.
Okay.
And the distal. And then the doctor was like, don't fight. You're going to snap it. And I was like, bro,
don't understand.
I just watched my partner. And he knew my situation because he was my doctor. He goes, I explained. I said, bro, I'm fighting whether you like it or not. I can fight with one arm. I just watched my partner do this. And he was like, say less, bro. Okay, go do your thing. Just know these are the repercussions. And I said, I don't care.
Yeah.
So anyway, honestly, freaking walked out, untouchable, unbeatable. You know what I mean? Like, I had the biggest smile on my face. Man, nothing was beating me.
Yeah.
And because it had been 5 years since I fought pretty much close to 5 years and a couple of months, whatever,
Yep.
to the day. And he started reading out all my titles. You're a 3-time Australian champ. And I was like, yeah,
That's me.
let's go. You know what I mean? I'm back. I'm
Yeah.
back. And I don't care what you guys do. I'm back.
Yeah.
And then the fight started, and it started all good. I was trying to be the strategic fighter, whatever.
Yep.
And he was like, nah, I'm just going to take the fight to you. And look, it got me off my game 100%. 5 years out of the game, let's say
The pressure.
2 months of, a month of prep.
Yeah.
Really.
Yeah,
You know what I
fuck
mean?
all.
And not much really, but just the mindset of I'm not going to be beaten,
Yeah.
or I don't give a fuck. Just throw me to the wolves.
Yeah.
And let me have it.
The strongest man's going to win this.
Pretty much. You know what I mean? That's why I was prepared to go to the
Yeah,
end. You
that's
know
a
what I mean?
brawl.
And looking back now, I'm like, fuck, that was so ugly. You know, that was an ugly fight. But he made it that way
Yeah.
on purpose because he didn't fight the way he normally fights.
Yeah. Okay.
And in my head, I'm like, fuck, I'm way superior. I got more talent, more skill than this
Yeah.
guy. I had one more fight there. I had 22 fights at that point. I think he had 21. But he was active like every
Yeah.
month he was fighting.
You were definitely not.
I was not active at all, no. So me, I was like, fuck it, let's go. Let's get it on. And then he took the fight to me, 1-2, 1-2, whatever. And
Yeah.
I push kicked him off the rope and he come back at me and I threw an elbow, just winged it and just got him right across the top of the skull, around the
Splitting.
dome, cut him open like this.
Fuck.
And it was like pouring out blood, whatever. And then he hit me with a knee. I went to walk forward 1-2 and hit me with a knee and I was like,
Yeah.
there's that 2 months of no training. You know what I mean? I wasn't
Yeah, no one
conditioned. He got me.
conditioned at all, yeah.
Went back to the corner. I was like,
Yeah.
shit.
I'm struggling
Anyway,
here.
and I snapped out of that real quick.
Yeah.
Coach goes, bro, can you throw your up elbow more? He's coming at you. As he
Yeah.
comes in, slice the left up elbow, then come over the top. So, bro, I can't lift my arm. He's like, you've done it, haven't you? I said, yeah. And when I went to catch a push kick, and as I loaded my arm up catching it, and I let go, twang,
Oh.
gone. It was up in my shoulder, yeah.
Fuck.
So I had 4-finger separation to my
Fuck
elbow.
off.
To my elbow. So, and he's like, fuck it. Can you fight? I said, fucking oath. He's like, just go have fun. Just go enjoy yourself. And I was like, done. So I come out and it was like, I was trying to like push him away from me, like stop it. But yeah, then
one-handed.
as the second round went off, the doctor came in and was like, he put his fingers in it, turned to his corner to get some Vaso. As he's turned back to put Vaso, he's taking his fingers out and it spurted at him. And he was like,
Game
nah,
over. Yeah.
game over. He probably got stopped.
It should have, by the sounds
He
of it.
probably
for
got
sure.
stopped a little bit early.
Okay.
But these don't age.
The blood, yeah.
The blood,
yeah.
especially
Spot
when
on.
it comes starting to spurting out and stuff like
Go
that.
in your eye, you can't see
But
properly.
I was ready, you know.
You were
I was like, but I was happy, man. I was like, thank God, thank
Any more
you.
rounds, I'm fucked.
My angels above me looked out for me that night
Yeah,
because I was
nice.
not ready to. I was not good.
Yeah.
I was ready to fight, fucking oath.
But
and I like if you gave me a call today to jump into a fight tomorrow, that's a respectable fight to take.
Yeah. That you know it's going to be a challenge, but you can still probably win it.
But I could still give it
Yeah.
my all and not fighting like a world champion or
Yeah,
something.
yeah,
100% I'd jump in tomorrow and
Yeah.
fight because that's my mentality is I like to be ready for anything.
Yeah.
Hey, bro, you want to come play 80 minutes of footy this weekend? Fuck it, let's go.
Yeah.
Hey, you want to do a CrossFit comp next week? Let's go. Let's
Yeah.
go have some fun. You know what I mean? That's my
Well, you're
mentality.
still very
I'm active.
actively
Very
fit
active,
now,
yeah. So,
just not fighting wise.
yeah, but it doesn't mean I still wouldn't
Nah,
give a fucking
exactly.
shot because for me, it's about the journey now.
Yeah.
And I know that I'll still bring a fight.
Yeah. Of
I
course.
wouldn't be, you know, I mean, even when I play football, I fucking get stuck in
Yeah.
everyone. I don't train. Like last year, I was going back to Maryborough and playing.
Yeah.
I'd travel 3 hours or 4 hours to play in Bundaberg. Didn't train at all, and I went and play 80 minutes of first grade.
Yeah,
and
crazy.
Fucking love it, and then get back in the car and drive back to Brizzy. Get out of the car like an old man, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
But
I mean,
I froth on it. I froth on that challenge.
Yeah.
It fucking terrifies me.
Yeah.
But I thrive in it, man. I
It's so
love
good.
it, you know what I mean? So
It's amazing.
it's funny that I finished the fight, stoked. He got his head stitched up, and this was like 4 hours later. It was still bleeding, clumping up on the floor. Like it was like that high off the floor when he was getting
What?
stitched. And he's like, "This is why I stopped." And he looked and he was like, "Yeah,
And yeah, done."
Because at the moment, at the start, he was very angry that he got stopped.
Okay. Yeah, of course. They
I
always
get
are.
it, ego, pride, all that kind of
Yeah.
stuff. You know what I mean? So for me, I didn't give a fuck if I won or lost.
Yeah.
I
yeah.
just needed to be there. I just wanted to be there.
Yeah.
So then, I went to the doctor. He actually got me with the UFC surgeon
Okay.
a couple of days later, and I got it fixed. And then I become dad with one arm. No help at all. You know what I mean? So I'm dad walking around, picking him up, putting him in bed, doing the dishes, driving with a full. My first ever surgery.
Yeah. Wow.
So it was,
Crazy.
and again, that's another situation where Huddy and I grew so much as a solid team
Yeah.
because I had no choice. I
No,
had
you
no
didn't.
one to rely on.
No.
My mum's 3 hours away.
Yeah.
Laura's family, his family is 6 hours west.
Yeah.
I had no one, you know what I mean? And if, Cara and I will kind of see each other a little bit there.
Yeah.
But yeah.
It was you and him, nothing else.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So but you grow in those situations. I
You
could have
do.
easily sat down and gone, why the fuck me? Like, why this? Why? But I stand on no victim mentality.
Yeah.
Like, fuck, I made that choice.
Yeah.
That's the negative.
Yeah.
Watch me take a positive out of this and keep on moving.
Yeah.
So
You definitely do it.
fucking made it happen. You know what I mean? And I bounced back pretty quick. I think 2 days after my surgery, I was back at the gym on the stairs working.
Working legs.
Yeah, I mean, I actually got some separation in the scar because I think it got wet from sweating.
Oh, wow.
So even though I had it in a sling, I was still
Yeah.
on the stairs hour a day, just plotting along. You know what I mean? Working on my ass.
Fuck's
So,
sake.
but you know, what I mean, you take what you can out of the situation.
Yeah.
You keep on moving because again, what we said before, if you sit here and we feed the negative,
Yeah.
then you know what I mean. And even going back to all these, what you're talking about with reflection and stuff
Yeah.
like that, like oftenly when I'm driving, all these things come up.
Yes.
The fight comes up, the
Yeah.
loss of Laura, Finn, Shane, Aaron,
Yeah.
my accident in Bali where I nearly killed myself.
That's what I was going to get to, but we can get to that
yeah.
soon.
So then obviously the trauma of my dad being abusive,
Mm.
because obviously my dad was also my footy coach at under sixes.
Okay.
And he obviously didn't know how to deal with me as an energetic ADHD kid, which
Yeah.
now I see Hudson is that kid.
Yeah.
And I kind of see why he didn't.
Yeah.
Back then, in me growing up, it was like, why was he a piece of shit?
Yeah.
Why the way he was? And now I look at myself looking at Hudson, I'm like, it would have been easy to be that abusive dad because I see it
Definitely.
rather than just trying to be that role model, that
Yeah.
leader and being like, hey, look, I know you're having fun, but let's do this.
Yeah.
And I see it in Hudson now too, and with myself. You know what I mean? So even like when I was taking him to BJJ,
Yeah.
and they got the boys are like, "Oh, are you going to come do it?" I'm like, "No, that's his thing.
Yeah.
I don't want to be his coach because
Yeah.
I've got
Yeah.
some
You got
shit
your
there
own.
that-
Yeah. Of course.
If he comes to me, Dad, can you show me this? And different story.
He knows that
Fucking
Dad's a
let's
fighter.
go.
Yeah.
He sees it.
Yeah,
He
exactly.
watches me do Muay Thai, which I don't like.
Yeah.
But there's also been no choice in it when he had to come to work with
Of
me
course.
for years, whatever. And he goes to BJ. He doesn't want to do BJJ with kids.
No.
He wants to elbow and kick them and shit. I'm like, man, like, fuck. Like, I love it. And he comes home with tattoos drawn on him and shit. I love it. It makes me, it's the most wholesome,
Yeah.
loving thing in the world that you can experience.
Yeah.
But the same thing, you're like, fuck. Don't live the life I live, boy.
Yeah.
So that's where I got to try to be that
Guide.
that guide.
Yeah.
So, but even like talking about my dad, you know what I mean? Like, there's so many things Mum told me about, choking me with an electrical cord, abusing me with it,
Fuck.
having a gun, and all these things, you know what I mean? And I look back now and I'm like, fuck, like, how the fuck? And he'd be like that to me, and I'm not that person.
Yeah.
Like, I'm breaking the
Well, you've
chains.
learned, you realize that
So-
I can't be that person.
Exactly. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? So these are the things that I always reflect on. Even that incident I told you about with my
Yeah.
mum before, you know what
Yeah.
I mean? Watching her nearly get bashed to death. Like, that's my role model being physically fucking
It's
bashed.
Yeah,
And
fucking
it's-
oath.
Like, I remember for about 3-4 months after that, I'd wake up in the morning and be sitting on the toilet. And I'd go to the toilet and then I'd have to sit down and I'd just picture blood across the floor.
Fuck.
You know what I mean? And I'd never seen that from, like, I only talk about these things now is because I'm now going back and reflecting on all
Yeah.
these things I probably pushed down
For so
just
long.
to get through life. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? So, yeah, these are all things I reflect on. And I think watching my mum go through that and still have to be a mother to me with a fucking 14 or 15 staples in her head, that showed me that I could have a snap bicep
Resilient.
and I could
Yeah.
fucking be the best dad I need to be because I seen her do that. You know,
Yeah.
and I seen her go through some shit, and she had some partners in that after my dad, but
Yeah.
they didn't hang around long because I flogged the fuck out of them.
I love that.
So, you know, she's my mum.
Yeah.
But now I look at Huddy and I see it with Huddy when Kara's trying to give me a cuddle and he's like, that's my daddy. And I was like, fuck. Yeah, you're me. You're me through and through. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But, so yeah, no, they're all the things that I reflect on
Yeah.
all the time, especially when I'm driving. Like, people see me bright, bubbly, happy, like the first time we
Yeah.
met,
Yeah.
you know
of
what I mean?
course, yeah.
But yeah, I don't have demons. I don't.
You struggle at times, I'm sure.
And the struggle is up to me to handle, and I think that's where I've done so much work on myself. And I look at the better things in my life and the things I've experienced, because I've experienced the fucking highs of the highs.
Yeah.
And the lows of the lows. Like, played Queensland Academy of Footy.
Yeah.
With like Wayne Bennett was the head coach and stuff like that.
Yeah,
I
wow.
played with guys like Felicia Kafusi.
Yeah.
Snapped my collarbone, the motherfucker. So, you know what I mean?
He's
Like,
probably done many of those.
oh, bro. Shit. I played with some really good guys, you know what I mean? And then I also fought and ranked top 5 in super middleweight in Australia and top 5 in heavyweight, you know what I mean? Or cruiserweight. So I've done the highs of the highs and fucking the lows of the lows, you know what I mean? So that's when I go through these things, rather than having demons, as you would say, or struggling times, I pull on all the good things I've done and all the good things I've got going for me.
Yeah.
And I reflect on the shit things. I pull on them and then I reflect on all the things I'm going through. And it kind of balances me out and it gets me going. And I had a guy reach out to me the other day about, obviously, the last podcast I did. He's like, the message that you gave in that podcast, people go years and years of study to get to that point.
Fucking oath they do.
I went to years and years of fucking trauma and abuse and shit like that to get to that point. But I think everything is readily available to us these days.
It is.
More help, more reading, more content, this, that, everything, social media these days. And with everything, even all the things with Andrew Tate and all these people, you know what I mean? There is always something to take out of it. Yes, you may not agree with all of it.
Yeah.
But in that shit, there is something you can take out of that and take that, put it in your back pocket, add it to your arsenal, and keep on moving. You know what I mean? And I do that with absolutely everything I do. Even having a conversation, I'll learn something from you today, and I'll take that and I'll move on, and the next person will help me. And I pull on that shit all the time.
When you say that there's like readily available stuff for everyone now, a lot of people know that, but they don't use it.
It's a pride thing. It's an ego thing. And that's what I'm saying. You don't have to go ask for help.
Yeah.
You don't actually have to go spark a conversation.
Yeah.
You can easily open your phone.
Spot on.
And fucking, like, there's that guy down at further down the coast.
Yeah.
That sits there and has a conversation with a stranger.
Okay.
Have you seen him? Where he like people walking up and down the Esplanade.
Okay.
Down the Snapper and that.
I need to go talk to this bloke.
And so what he does is he's got a sign. He's like, will you sit and have a chat with us?
I have seen that.
Yeah.
Yes,
So I never met him.
Yeah.
But I've fucking loved that. You know what I mean? But how many people would walk past him?
He did that with that East Coast Choppers bloke that did the bike for Adam Sutherland.
Yeah, see that,
yeah. So that's the same bloke.
I think so. Yeah. So, but not many people would pick up on that and actually have the conversation. But that's what I'm saying. Like, you could easily pick up your phone. Yeah. See that he's had, like, because he's on social media.
Yeah,
this is on social media.
Yes. Yeah.
Like, all podcasters are on social media. You could easily sit there and listen to that. You don't actually have the conversation. You don't have to go talk to someone or feel like you're being any less of a human because you're having it. You can sit there and do it on your own. But you need to sit there and be in a space where you're ready to actually listen and learn rather than just scrolling through. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like, you can find anything. If you're having a fucking shit day, I guarantee you, go on to Spotify, pick on one of your podcasts, and you'll find something somewhere that can help you. Spot on. But as you said, it's easier to make an excuse than it is to find a solution. Spot on. And you don't actually have to look to anyone for a solution. You can do it yourself. No. You just got to be in the right mind frame to do it.
Listeners, as everybody knows, I wear Frontrunner on every episode of the Meraki podcast. Frontrunner is an Australian streetwear label dedicated to crafting the highest quality apparel available in the market. Whether you're chasing PBs, chasing the kids, or just chasing the weekend, Frontrunner has you covered. I've been wearing their stuff on and off the mic, and honestly, it's the kind of fits that make you feel like you've got your life together, even if you don't. Check them out at frontrunnerau.com or follow them on socials at frontrunnerAUS, because if you're going to run your own race, you might as well do it looking good. Let's go. Do you journal at all?
I have. I don't do it anymore because I feel I don't need to.
Okay.
Nice. But because I used to, one of my mates.
Did you write or voice? Or
right. So one of my mates, and he was one of my coaches for a long time, was DRC Fit. Darcy,
yes. He was actually behind me in in traffic the other day, and I thought of you. He was behind me, yeah.
So he was my coach for a while, and he was actually Laura's first PT.
Okay.
So they already had that connection.
Yeah.
So when we lost Laura, like, he hurt a lot as well.
Yeah.
But he didn't put any pressure on me because he's fucking full on.
Yeah.
He's on you. He's on you. You know what I mean? Like, as soon as he wakes up, you got to do this, this, and this. But when I lost Laura, he was like, "Look, bro, I know you're going through it. I'm not going to put any pressure on you.
Yeah.
Just reach out if you need. Just reach out. You know what I mean?" So it was nice. And I see him often now. You know what I mean?
Driving around.
And he's like, "Come do some sparring with me." I'm like, "Yeah, all right, sweet, let's do it."
Okay.
But you know what I mean? So like, there's all these people around. You know what I mean? So when I was with him, I did journaling with him.
Okay.
And it would be like 5 things I'm grateful for.
Yes.
3 things I want to do in the day. So simple.
Yes.
Game changer.
Yeah.
Game changer. And it's so easy. Like, I'll do it later.
Non-negotiable.
But the further you get through your day, you start realizing all this shit's happening. It's because you haven't done that little minor thing.
Spot on.
But then I got to a point that when Laura was in hospital, no one knows this.
Yeah.
I journaled absolutely everything on the laptop.
Okay.
Everything that happened is journaled on a laptop.
Right.
The day she passed away,
game over.
I never journaled again.
Yeah.
So I don't even know if I'll ever go back and read that.
Yeah.
But I've got it there. If Hudson ever wants to open it, have a read.
Nice.
But I journaled from day one all the way through, from conversations with doctors, everything. And I think that's another thing. Bro, this is the first time I'm actually mentioning this to anyone. So not even my partner would know this.
Okay.
No one would know I journaled about this.
Yeah, wow.
I don't even know if Darcy would know, you know what I mean? So, but I think that's what got me through it. And from the day she took her last breath, I was like, I don't need this anymore.
Yeah.
I know what I'm grateful for.
Well, it was probably like an attachment to journaling and it was grief.
Yeah, it was what I knew that helped me through everything else.
Yeah.
Because I was working in detention. I'd seen people hang themselves. I'd seen people get stabbed. There were certain things I seen in that environment as well, you know what I mean? So I'd journal just to get it, rather than being in your head, getting it pen to paper is you expressing and relieving that information from your head, because we all know if we've got 10,000 things to do in the day and we leave it in our head, it's going to be there the next day. So I even do it now. Like if I'm laying in bed just before I go to sleep and I know I've got a big morning on, I'll quickly write some notes so it's gone out of my head, done. I forget about it. I'll wake up in the morning, there it is.
Yeah.
So so the moment she took her last breath, laptop got shut. I never did any more journaling in pen to paper.
Yeah.
I think there's actually a written journal with some days of Laura in hospital as well.
Yeah, wow.
Because now I'm grateful for the life that she's gifted me.
Yeah.
I'm grateful for having 2 sons.
Yeah.
I'm grateful for having Cara.
Yeah.
I'm grateful to be blessed with a job that I get to help others.
Yes.
And a sense of family, as in my bosses and that have allowed me to work at all 3 Never Quit gyms.
Yeah,
rather than just
crazy.
being at one.
Yeah.
I'm the only person, apart from the owners, that work at all 3 of them.
Okay.
So they've given me that
flexibility.
Yeah, you know what I mean? So, and even when I first got the job, I was like, I don't know how it's going to go because I've got Hudson has to come in. Sweet. Throw a beanbag on the floor and let him come to work with you.
Yeah, perfect.
Fucking awesome. Let's go. You know
Done.
what I mean? It's like taking my little puppy dog everywhere. You know what I mean? So
it just talks back.
Yeah. I wish he didn't. But, you know what I mean? Like there's so many good things in my life, and I've become so much stronger and resilient.
Yeah, it's amazing.
Vulnerable in my own space. And as I said before at the start, I know my energy.
Yeah.
I know who I am as a person. I know what I stand for. I'm not going to mask myself just because you are who you are and you're going through whatever. I'm going to tell you exactly.
Should be very proud of who you are.
And even just hearing that, you know, I mean, someone say that, even the spiel you said at the start, there's so many moments that people talk about me. I said, nah, it's not me.
Well, it is you.
But, you know what I mean? But for me, I say, fuck, that's not me, because the moment I take it as like
it's your angels as well.
Yeah, and people say it to me all the time. You're such a good father, you know what I mean? Like, so fuck, that makes me emotional every single time, is because I never had that opportunity.
Yeah.
So to be that and get called that, you don't do things. A lot of people do. I know I definitely don't.
Yeah.
You don't do things for everyone to be for approval.
No, not at all.
Or to be like, oh, you're such a great athlete.
Yeah.
Fuck that. Like that last fight I had, I didn't
I wasn't a great athlete.
I didn't give a fuck about anyone. I just wanted to get in there and fight.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like there was over 100 people that come watch me fight because they were like, fucking Brad Davies is back. You know what I mean? I had people made shirts for me to come back and fight. You know what I mean?
Crazy.
It was fucking cool. You know what I mean? And I want to fight again. Yeah. I'd love to fight again. It's just a way of expressing yourself. Yeah. It's not asking anyone for approval, even like being a good father or anything like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's just who I am and who I've become as a man, as a person, as a father, as a parent, whatever. You know what I mean? So like when people say you should be proud of yourself, like fuck yeah, I am, but it doesn't make it any easier to hear because we just get on with it.
Yeah. Spot on.
You know what I mean? Like I stop and reflect on everything I do.
Yeah.
Good and bad. But being proud of myself isn't one of those things I reflect on.
Yeah.
So when people say it, I'm like,
a
bit taken back, you know what I mean? I'm like, fuck, really? But no, I love it, man.
It's probably a different way of wording that too is should be proud of where you've come from and who you are, possibly. Because
that's true, yeah.
Because it could have been a whole fucking different story. It could have been from not having the father around and an abusive father to having no father, then going through everything we've spoken about to where you are now and the father you are. There's a lot of shit that's happened there. There's a lot of...
And it would have been easy for me to be another statistic of suicide.
Yeah.
Has there been moments in my life where...
You've thought about
it? A sense of it?
Yeah.
100%. I went through a really bad...
And that's totally understandable.
I went through a bad relationship where I liked to party, she didn't.
Yeah.
And then she went out with a few friends and she become addicted to drugs.
Okay.
And it was like every night coming home at 3 a.m. in the morning and I was like, I'm in fight prep, like fucking leave me alone, you know what I mean? And it was crazy. It was abusive. It was crazy.
Not good.
And there was those moments where I was like, it would be easier because I felt trapped.
Yeah.
But I have too much pride in myself,
not
an ego. Like my ego got checked through the first part of my fight career, the biggest part of my fight career when I had 22 fights. Yeah, I think there is a natural need for having an ego.
Of course, definitely. Most definitely.
I was never confident, ever confident. Like I knew that you could get beaten by the littlest fella to the biggest fella. You know, I was never overconfident. Still went into every fight fucking shitting myself.
Yeah.
Even though I was prepared, you know what I mean? Like my favorite fights were 3 days notice and I knocked them out. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Like I remember fighting the tougher boys from, not them. I fought their uncle and their cousin and beat both of them on like 3 days notice and stuff like that. You know what I mean? So they're my favorite fights because there was no pressure. Yeah. It was just turn up and have fun. And that's how I felt with my last fight last year. Like after everything I'd been through, you can't hurt me anymore. No. I've been hurt so much that you can hit me, punch, kick me.
It's different.
Fucking go for you. Go for gold, you know what I mean? So, yeah, definitely could have been another statistic in that regards. Yeah. But, again, my pride and my mental health is so much more superior to not allow me to fall into that. Yeah. And 100% it's easy to have those thoughts and stuff like that. Also, another statistic in jail. Yes. Which I've been faced with that GBH. Yeah. It was when the One Punch Can Kill came out. Yes. And I got stung with it pretty much not far from when it first landed. Yeah, wow. And I got told that I was going to go to 6 months jail if I faced normal court. And then I went to Murray court. Wow. And I got 12 months good behaviour and a $5,000 compensation. So that's what I've never been. That was when I was 18. I've never, ever been in a fight outside of the ring or outside the gym since that. Yeah, wow. So that was a big turning point in my life because obviously having my other 2-3 mates that were in jail for that fight, they were in that when I told them to start. Those two realizations to me were enough to scare me and be that turning point in my life. Not rock bottom, but
pretty close.
The two rock bottoms I've had.
At that age,
there was a big realization that it was like, fuck, like, but I was actually trying to play for North Devils when I was going through that charge. Yeah, right. So that's kind of like what helped me when I went to court. That I'd actually left Maryborough. I was living in Brisbane trying to do something with myself. So they took that in consideration. Yeah, nice. So I went through that. And then obviously I had fair few driving charges. I lost my license. So
I've been there.
I think I lost my license for about 7 years accumulated.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so
I wasn't that bad.
so I lost it. But going back to your question before, about that accident.
Yep.
So I had no license at this point. I was actually in Bali for a wedding.
Okay.
And I was over there. And
I love how you segue for me and I don't have to do it.
Yeah. This is all part of this is the first rock bottom for me.
Yeah, okay.
And then Laura and Finn was the second.
Yes, of course.
This is the first rock bottom for me. And this is still talking about the charges and everything I've been through with the statistics. So it kind of all incorporates into one. It probably feels like for the person listening that it's like, these motherfuckers are on drugs, you know. I mean, they're going back. But it all kind of comes into one for me.
Yeah, it does. And
I say this, like, I've lived so many fucking lives, colourful lives. Like, I'll keep going anyway. I'll come back. Anyway, so like, I was in Bali for this for a wedding. Okay. Funny enough, I'm going to Thailand in 2 weeks next week for a wedding.
Don't go by right.
Yeah, so I've learnt my lesson. I've already had the hard word from a lot of my clients and stuff like that. They have known me since then.
Is Cara going?
No. Oh, she's coming over later. She changed her mind last minute.
Yeah.
Fuck women. So I was over there for a wedding. We left the wedding, had a motorbike crash. My mate veered across me and I T-boned him.
Fuck.
They all came out sweet. I went full throttle on the side, head first across the gravel for about 10, 20 meters.
Fuck.
At like 70 Ks. So no helmet. So ripped off pretty much this whole
I was just about to say,
that's all scar tissue. And I had missing hair, so it's just easy to shave it.
Yeah.
That's all scar tissue. I actually have an eyebrow lift.
Okay.
So if you kind of look at it, you can kind of see.
Yeah, you can a little bit. Yeah.
So if I wear glasses.
Now that I notice.
Yeah. No amount of injections help that. So then I was missing half my face, pulled my earring out, dislocated my middle ear bone, two hematomas on my skull.
Fuck.
So this is where I stopped fighting the first time. 2 skull fractures at the base of my skull, top of my neck. Flew home the same day. Spent a week in hospital in Brizzy. They were like, how the fuck did you survive? It goes back to that cat with 9 lives.
Yeah.
I actually said it to the doctor when I come to. He's like, fuck, you're a funny cunt. How do you come late? And I was like, bro, I'm just drugged out. Right now. So they peeled my face back to bare.
Relieved everything, yeah.
And then they cut my head open, cleaned all the road out of my head, stitched it back up.
Wow.
Told me I'll never fight again, never hold pads again, never do footy again. Pretty devastating.
Yeah,
I was like, sweet, it's all good. We get on with it. And you won't tell me what I can and can't do.
Yeah.
Then 11 months later, whatever, I got cleared. And I was back playing footy the following year.
Wow.
Didn't go back to fighting because obviously that was.
How old?
27.
Okay. What, 9 years ago?
26. Would have been 26. So it was at the end, back in 26, 27. It was at the back end of my fight career.
Yeah.
I left my gym, went through all that, then just had to find life again. So that was rock bottom for me. Kind of went down a path of masking, doing dumb things.
You're, sorry to cut you off here. The rest of your head and face is pretty good, really, like considering what happened.
Good. Yeah. You can see in this side, there's a little bit of white tissue. If I grow a beard, you can kind of see.
Yeah, I can see it now. You say it.
But yeah, they peeled it all back and it come back.
Crazy,
That's good. That's good skincare. Good skincare. I don't know. So, but it'll come good. You know what I mean? I put a lot of work into it. Getting like obviously any wrinkle and Botox, whatever. Just to try to sort my face out back then, because obviously Laura was doing it all.
Yeah.
Then I told me I wouldn't do that. Then 11 months later, I got cleared, come back, but then I was already too far down the rabbit hole with doing dumb shit.
Mm-hmm.
And then that's when Laura was like, see you later.
Yeah.
And left me.
Oh, wow.
They left me for 6 months. And then I was like, no, I don't want this life anymore.
Yeah.
That was a realization again. That was my rock bottom.
Yeah.
Then the realization of her leaving me was like the
fucking close to it again. Yeah.
Luckily, one of my best mates, Aaron, he took me in. Don't worry about rent. Don't worry about this. Just get back. Yeah. Which he kind of come down the rabbit hole with me because his best mate's in pain going through this and living with him. So then he was partying with me. So then we got out of it unscathed. Yeah. We had some really good really good times. You know, what I mean? Like COVID hit and stuff like
yeah.
that. And we had some really good times, but
Some super money.
it's not the life. It's not the life that I wanted to live. You know what I mean?
Yeah, of course.
Like even I grew up around like bikies and stuff like that up in Maryborough.
Yeah. Rebels up there?
Everything's up there.
Okay.
My uncle was a Reb back
Yeah,
in the day.
right.
So I grew up around all that. Like I remember being 15, having my first pinger at a house party with all strippers underneath it. It was all like, Green Clover. Under like a 2-story Queensland out of town.
Yeah,
there was
lovely.
all tarped off inside.
Yeah,
There were all the
perfect.
strippers inside
Brave.
with all the bikies. So all the young guys had to sit up the outside trying to peek through the tarp. And it was an eventful night for my first time doing
I've been
drugs.
there.
You know, so I had my first pinger then, and watching through the tarp, seeing all these bikies with all these girls and stuff like that. And then I got in a fight with these 3 guys from Gympie and chased them through the bush and
Oh, God.
beat the shit out of them. And then my mate put his hand through a glass window at the school.
fuck.
Slashed his hand up and got dubbed by the police. So it was a very eventful night.
Yeah.
But that's what I mean. That's what you did.
Yeah,
it was
yeah.
life up in Maryborough, you know what I mean? It's probably everywhere you go, but
Well, I was
we
from
made our own
Blackwater,
fun.
so
There you go. You
Yeah,
would've had
I know
some shit.
exactly what you mean.
So, but you know what I mean? You go through all that stuff.
All right, legends. Ryan here, sneaking in at the end of part 1. That's the first half of Matty's chat with Brad. And yep, we're pulling the pin right when it's getting juicy. Consider it your weekly dose of character building. Now, the bad news. Part 2 won't be out until next week. Although the good news is, it's absolutely worth the wait. Brad goes even deeper and Matty keeps talking way too much, which shouldn't surprise anyone at this point. So what do you do in the meantime? Easy. Catch up on some of the earlier episodes that you might have missed, or jump into a few of the other favourite pods to fill the gap. Treat yourself to a little podcast buffet. Keep an eye out for part 2 dropping next week. You're going to love it. Love you, bye.
This has been another Pod Perfect production.